It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bears offense will start this game off with the football. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's Prentice. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop block on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Cameron. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Texas Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
To the air, it's Manning. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
The Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the ground with the counter. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A a big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, you're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Ball's on the 16, and they need 6 on second down. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Cameron. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll try to get it through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Catch in the middle, it's Cameron. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Bears are on the move. Got a little space. The chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Finds his tight end. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They kick it away on 4th down. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Gets it out fast.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Red pass, it's complete. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give to the tailback. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Quickly complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Not sexy, it's not pretty, it's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
To the air, it's Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got an open man. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air, it's Robertson. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Finds his man, it's Prentice. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Got the first himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The run from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want them.
You said expectations. Has there ever been more hype around a quarterback in Arch Manning since, I don't know, Tim Tebow? People are expecting so much out of this young quarterback. If he hits the ceiling, David, this is going to be a really tough team to beat.
And he showed you flashes a year ago when he filled in for Quinn Ewers, and I think those flashes were so great. And then Texas, man, this is a program that's on the rise. The last couple years, making it to the Final Four in the sport, they're ready to take that next step.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
They pick up that 1st down easily. You wonder sometimes if you're 2-down territory there, you take a shot on 3rd and run it on 4th, but they opt to just move the chains here.
Man, I laugh now watching quarterback sneaks. It looks a lot less fun than back in my day when I played, because not only are you getting hit from the front now if you're a quarterback, but you've got your own guys running into your back now as well. We see these push plays more and more often today in college football. No fun.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking to pass. It's Robertson. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The idea on that one was to pop a big play on 3rd down, but they got a 0.
And you got to give credit to the defense. When the defense is able to play, pass, and think rush the passer, and react like that to the screen. Because you don't play screen, you react to screen. Good reaction. Great job getting to the running back, getting the tackle for a loss.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Moore. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school, and you can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nice move to keep running.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Finds his big tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. It's Manning. Makes the grab. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Longhorns! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. On the run, it's Washington. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the air, it's Robertson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wilson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, nice job there by the defender. He stayed right in the back pocket of that receiver, so as soon as he caught the ball on the slant, he was able to bring him to the ground.
And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
The Bears will call on their punt team. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Wingo. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
On target. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular, and I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pulls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's got him. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Using the quick game. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Trying to keep this drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Wide open downfield. They'll immediately call timeout. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Shotgun snap on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
A strike downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Off the RPO, complete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass, it's Manning. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. The tag. Touchdown, Longhorns. He got a step and just dusted the field.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass.
Set to advance on the football.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. The sure hands, it's Cameron. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty looking. Got it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They go to the draw. Oh, the swing. Oh, another great move. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Love the work by the running back on that draw play. He sold like he was going to be pass blocking. At the last second, got the handoff, and right away put his foot in the ground to get upfield.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Swings it out to the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Back to pass, it's Manning. Spits it out to the back. Found a seam. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
They're testing the right side here. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball, and they did it there.
100%, especially guys that are so big and strong and elusive nowadays. They're going to break.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Scanning the field, it's Robertson. Shoots it to the left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. Here comes the Texas offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Turning it on. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big
just keeps moving. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You know, I think a big key to linebackers having success when they blitz is the timing. You see how perfect that timing was by that linebacker? It's almost as if he knew when the snap count was. Great anticipation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man, it's Robertson. Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Bears will punt this one away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's complete to the right. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed. They can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The short hands. It's Wingo. There he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns. Once he got some room, it was over. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
They'll run play action. Got a man. It's Kloffenstein. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
They booted away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Back to throw. It's Manning. Gets it out quickly. Oh, what a cut! Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
To the air on first down. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. The defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Moore. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and under critical 3rd down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the Longhorns are on the move. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He has to first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He'll try to pop the draw. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Robertson. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna swing it on second down. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Cameron. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it. Nice move there. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Picked up some yardage on that completion, but still a 3rd down. To throw, it's Robertson. Makes the grab to the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He'll do it himself. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And this QB is dialed in. You've already seen the passing ability to make plays down the field. But how about this? Running the option as well. The diversity in this offense, really hard to stop, and he's having a day.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Robertson. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Wingo. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. The Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call Red Snoopy. Little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the 1st.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls it and fires to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
The Longhorns decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Brings him to the open. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
And the Bears are rolling down the field. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick handoff. The Bears are threatening in the red zone. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
To the air, it's Robertson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Out of the backfield, he's open. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He'll pull it on the read. Can't get him to the ground.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long.